If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? Savim here. Welcome back to a brand new video and the third objective player of the day. Hopefully, if I've done everything properly, which I probably haven't, let's be honest with each other. However, we have Lima today, and if you compare this guy's in-game stats to a certain someone, and I am of course talking about Alphonso Davies, as if the title of the video didn't give it away. I'm just going to get it up next to me right now. Stats, that is, nothing else, you dirty. Anyway, so he's got 2,200 in-game stats, Lima, compared to Alphonso Davies 2,138. So if you just go off that alone and nothing else, a player who was once worth 40, 50, even 60,000 coins a couple of weeks ago before the market for some reason completely fell through the floor, now he's worth about 25k, and this Lima card is essentially free, although it will take you time of course because you have to unlock it via gameplay, but you know what I mean. It's not going to cost you any coins, and on paper at least he is a better card. Now, I do stress on paper. That doesn't, just because they've got more in-game stats, doesn't mean they're actually a better player. People always go, look, he's the better card. Look, his in-game stats. It doesn't really matter. It could be that he's got 99 free kicks and Alphonso Davies has 4 free kicks. You know, that could be literally the difference between them. On this occasion, it actually isn't. I think Lima's just a better, well-rounded defender more than anything else. He's got decent dribbling and reactions, agility, balance and pace, and of course has decent physicals as well, whereas Alphonso Davies of course doesn't really have the physical side of his game. So I'm not going to sit here and do a direct comparison the entire time, but the other thing, and the most important thing to mention about this, is stamina. He has 90 stamina, whereas Alphonso Davies only has 79. That is one of the biggest problems with that card, is the fact that yes, he's good, he's probably on par defensively with Lima, and probably on par again with him really in terms of dribbling, doesn't quite live up to the passing and the shooting from distance, well rather just the shot power, but he doesn't have the stamina. So even though Alphonso Davies can basically hold his own against Lima, Lima has that pace, which is the same, and he also has that stamina, which is a big advantage. Now, let's just talk about Lima as an individual for a second, because he's living in the shadow of Alphonso Davies already in this video. You're going to get a really nice link into the into the centre-back, sorry. I don't think there's ever going to be an issue of chemistry for you, because you get that strong link from the centre-back. Now, what if you don't want to use the centre-back? What if you've got a fantastic defensive pairing, partnership between two centre-backs? Well, then you are pretty much screwed until EA drops some form of nanny card, because they will at some point. It's inevitable. They do every single season. You won't get full chem if you use him and you don't have another link to him, but it's there as an option eventually. The only other thing to say, of course, is potentially an icon could come into your team. Now, links aside, let's talk about him as a player. Is he even good enough? Yes, okay, he's okay on paper, actually good on paper, but is he going to be good enough in game? It keeps popping up saying player debut. This is like my 4th game with that card. I don't really understand what's going on with this game, but it is what it is. So, Lima, good defensively. I mean, he's not the best, he's solid. I've got a powerhouse on him, and I think that the powerhouse, I mean, you don't get the slide tackle, you don't get the head in. To be honest, I've kind of binned off hope of ever winning a header with this card. He's got 64 heading, and he's 5'9". It's all but impossible to expect him to win any form of header, which is fine, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to rely on your CDMs and your centre-backs anyway. He is aggressive. His aggression is insane. And what does that mean? It means he just goes straight in for the ball, straight in for a challenge. He will get in there and he'll make a challenge regardless. Now, that can sometimes cause lunging issues. It can sometimes cause yellow card problems. But more often than not, you are going to have a fullback who will automatically... Look at, again, Bojan player debut now. This is my 6th game. It's very confusing stuff. So, yeah, you're going to have a fullback who is going to be more than happy, as you saw there, to track back, because he does have a high defensive work rate, and then his aggression is going to force him into the path of the ball or into the ball player's feet, which 9 times out of 10 actually works out. He does really well, and running from the back is something that I found to be really, really good with Lima. I don't often attack with my fullbacks in FIFA 21 because you often get punished when it comes to counter-attacks. Everyone's susceptible to those in this game. Look at that for Bojan, and then he just completely ballses it up. But still, going from the back and attacking with Lima is an absolute treat. In friendlies in particular, where you know that the punishment isn't going to be that bad, a lot more fun. And we just go with running fake shots, moving side to side, we play it forward, and now this is going to create a goal. Bojan plays it forward to Rodrigo, gets in there, fake shot stop, cuts back onto that stronger left foot, and then plants it into the far corner. All created by the run of the fullback. Again here, goalkeeper has it. Johnson looks to play it out. Lima's got it, and he just goes on one of his jinking runs. He runs through 2, takes on a 3rd, just about, somehow, keeps going. He's about to bomb down the line and probably put a ball into the box, and then just gets taken out. Because what else can you do in that situation? You've got someone with insane pace running away from you, who's already taken on 3 of your players. You have to take him out. And that is something that you get an awful lot with your opponents. They will foul you constantly when on a run with this guy, because they know they can't catch you. He's too fast. There are definitely some flaws. Chem styles aside, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to use Anchor, Guardian, Backbone, Powerhouse. The list goes on and on. It doesn't really matter what you use. You're going to get a nice boost and a useful boost as well. I think the Anchor is probably the best chem style for him because it does give him an extra 10 strength, which would really help out a lot. And you do improve the slide tackle as well as the stand tackle, and a little bit more pace never hurt anyone. I didn't know whether I wanted to give him an Anchor or Powerhouse to improve the passing, because I kind of thought I'd go on a few runs, so that's why he had the Powerhouse. But either way, problem-wise, obviously, same with every other card that I've talked about today, and I'm sick of hearing it myself, really, but it's the links. The links make this card annoying, because you have to play an MLS player, more or less, or wedge him in with icons, but you have to play an MLS player, essentially, next to him. Now, Long is a very good centre-back, not to spoil the review, but then, of course, that creates other problems with chemistry to Long himself. But either way, chemistry aside, I mean, composure-wise, yeah, lacking a little bit. That can be frustrating. His passing at times can be a little bit off and frustrating as well. But more than anything else, really, I really like him. I think he's actually a really good player. I had a lot more fun with him than any other fullback that I've used this FIFA so far. And I can more than understand why the comparison between him and Alphonso Davies is there, and why I think Lima is actually a better fullback in FIFA. If you have enjoyed this play review, do me a favour and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.